Hello everyone and welcome back to the Unemployment Journey, where we will be travelling across Europe's major leagues and trying to win as many trophies as possible. Now, we're back again with VVV Venlo. We did get a interview request from Feyenoord for their vacant manager job, but I declined it because I think the little project that we've got going on at the moment with Venlo in their sort of like first season in the Europa League, we did overachieve with them last year, and it attracted a fair few players who wanted to join us. And on this little small budget, it'll be interesting to see what we can do with them, at least for this year. Maybe at the end of this year, depending on how the season goes, we might look at leaving, or we might do a third season with them. But this is sort of the expectations for this year. So we're expected to go top half in the Eredivisie this year. We draw our first game against Heracles 0-0, and we've got the first game in our third round qualifying match against Maccabi Netanya. They do not have very many real players, so if we don't win this, there's something seriously wrong. We do have the draw for the fourth round, and the winner of this game will play either Sparta Prague or Zalgiris Vilnius. Now, after that is a group stage, which is where our minimum expectation is, and I have to say I'm expecting to get there. Neither of the teams that we're playing are anything remotely close to where we are, in my opinion. So hopefully we can get a really good result in the first leg here, and then take it back to theirs and get through pretty nicely. And then in the cup, minimum expectation is to reach quarter final. Didn't do too well last year, so fingers crossed, with a little bit of a bigger squad, we should be able to get to that at least. We're still in the transfer window. It's only the 8th of, it's only the 6th. It's only the 6th of August, so there's still just under a month left of the transfer window. But let me just take you through some of the transfers that we've made. We'll start with the transfers out. So Van Crooijs left for Charlton for £140,000. He's not the best backup goalkeeper. He did play 1 or 2 games, but with the players that we've got in the squads, you can see there his summary is 44 out of 100, and he was a backup, but that's a couple of £100,000 after add-ons. 165,000, we'll take that. Samuel Scheiman left. He's 32 years old. We've got Ramon for another year, so I didn't think we needed him, and while he's still got some value, we'll get some money in for him. Lee Catamol left for Pescara. He was dropped when we started to play Danny Post instead, and our form picked up, so naturally just didn't play after that point. Nick Munsters left for 300,000, going up to 500. Again, he's got potential. He's only 18 years old, but he's not great. He's not going to be a world-class midfielder at any point. And then Haji Wright left for 750,000, going up to 900,000 to Ingolstadt. And again, at this level, for a backup for Pedro Henrique, he's just not that good. He didn't really score that many while he was with us, and you'll see what I've done with the squads, and you'll see why we didn't actually need him. And to get that much money for him, I couldn't really say no. So that's a total of 1.3 million that we've made. Obviously going up, it's going to get a little bit more than that. But on the transfers in, you can see there we've got 2 players from Real Madrid's B team who were released on free transfers. And we've got the first one as Fran Foylisayer. He goes by the name of Franchu on the pitch, so we're just going to call him Franchu. He looks like a very good inverted winger off that left hand side. He's right footed. He can also play naturally on the right wing as well, and you can see there in his attributes that he's 3.5 star current ability and 4-star potential. So at 22 years old on a free transfer, he's not a bad option. He's very good there. We did lose Rainier on loan. He didn't, well, Flamengo didn't want to loan him out again, so as a replacement we brought in Alvaro Fidalgo. Very good attacking midfielder here, can play naturally in attacking midfield or slightly further back in the centre of midfield, and then he can also, if we wanted to, come in as an inverted winger on that left hand side where I didn't feel we had too much depth. So you can see there, good finishing ability, good first touch, very strong passing off the ball, anticipation and technique. So he's a very, very capable attacking midfielder, tries killer balls often, so I'm hoping that translates to a lot of assists for our forward line, and I'm very happy to have got him in on a free transfer as well. He's a very good player, and I think we could do a lot with him. Our most expensive player that we brought in was Heitor, who is a very good wing back. At the moment, he's not, well, the coaches aren't rating him as highly as they would Decker or Pachinik, or even Schaefer as a right back, but I do think as a wing back he is a much more complete right back / wing back than all the other defenders that we've got in the squads. He's quite pacey, got very good crossing ability and passing, as well as, you know, a lot of the other key attributes you need to be a wing back in this league. And 19 as well is only going to get better. You know, could be 5-star potential ability, who knows? And, you know, for 200,000, couldn't really say no to that. Pedro Henrique, we couldn't sign on a permanent deal. We offered the 300,000 that was in the loan agreement, and he demanded to have 12,000 a week, which we could not afford to pay. So the loan deal expired, and as I was trying to find a new centre forward, I realised I couldn't find anyone with as good attributes as what he has. So we loaned him back for a second year. Last year he played all 34 games but only scored 13 goals. We want a better output from him this year. I'm hoping for at least somewhere between the 18 to 22 mark. I think a year extra experience, he's much better than he was last year. Wasn't showing it towards the end of the season, but I think he does have quality, and he does have a capable backup in Weatherton, who is 18 years old. Again, another loan deal with no fee, with no wages. He's just here on a free. Can't really say no, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get rid of Haji Wright, is because we've got someone who's better than him for zero cost, and he's going to be our sort of number 2 striker for the year. We also brought in Declan Rudd on a free transfer. Again, really the reason why I wanted to get rid of Van Croy. As a backup, Declan Rudd's probably one of the best backups in the league now. He can alternate with Kirschbaum depending on fixtures, and I think at the moment he might even be better than Kirschbaum in goal. And, you know, his value's gone up to 2.6 million already, so if a team comes in for him, we can easily sell him for quite a bit of money. And, you know, as a free transfer, we couldn't say no. Right, then there's 2 transfers here which were made by our director of football in for the reserve team in there, which I'm not really gonna show too much because we're not gonna be using them. And then lastly, to just get a little bit more depth in, I've got João Vitor on loan. Again, we're only paying a small amount of wages in there, so £600 a week, and, you know, he's a very good striker, very quick, good finisher, good heading, good off the ball, so nice attacking traits there. And, yeah, he's got potential. He has under 20 caps as well, so, you know, he is rated quite highly, but at the same time we are going to be relying on either him, Weatherton and Pedro Henrique for goals. But as I said, we're still in the transfer window, and we're still recruiting for a number of positions, just to see if we can actually improve on any of the team, because you can see here for the team that we're going with against Maccabi, there's still spots where you could probably say we could do better. Could we get a better centre back in than Berdiso and Rosler? Probably. Could we get a better defensive midfielder than Danny Post? Again, possibly. But yeah, we've got a good base of a team here, and I think we can. We've got a lot of potential, and I'm very excited to see what the team can do. So this is the team that's going to be starting against Maccabi. We've got Rudd in goal, Heitor at right back even, with Ramon on the left, Rosler and Berdiso in the middle. Schaefer is injured for a couple of months, which is a bit unfortunate, but at the same time, we will do our best to get by without him. I'm going to move João Vitor to the bench as well. Danny Post comes in that defensive midfield spot with Fidalgo and Van Ooyen ahead of him in centre midfield, Roma on the right, Costa on the left, Pedro Henrique through the middle once again. And on the bench, we can only use 7 subs instead of the 12 in the league. So this is what we've got. A couple of players who could stake a claim for starting, do miss out, but very capable bench there. Good options if we should need them. Alright. Squad player for João Vitor. And we'll give him the number 14. And let's see what the new recruits can do in the first game for this season. They've gone with a 4-2-3-1, quite narrow. So hopefully on those wide areas we can exploit them. I think we should be winning this fairly comfortably. And I want them to be motivated. I want them to take the game to them. We're at home, so we should be getting a big result here. Send the assistant for the tunnel interview. And let's do this. Right, and you can see there straight off the bat that they are going very, very narrow. We've gone quite wide, so hopefully we can exploit them on the wings and keep a lot of the possession, which is something that the team do very, very well actually. We do keep the ball really well, and you can see that opening 10 minutes, 67% of the ball, as the goal kick is headed out by Van Ooyen and Bruno Costa runs down the left. He's got Ramon surging up ahead, but plays it back to Danny Post instead. Fidalgo now exchanging some passes with Post, who finds Ramon on the left, and we're keeping this quite nicely in defence. Post moves back as an auxiliary centre back, but Ramon has got the run on the left, plays it back to Van Ooyen, who plays the ball into Roma, whose header is tipped over by the goalkeeper. Right, we are 11 minutes into this, and Bruno Costa's corner is headed by Berdiso, and that's over the bar. And I think he could have done better with that opportunity there, but in any case, we've got a couple of players looking motivated. We've had a few shots, and Danny Post is a free kick, and that's right against the wall, but he's got the ball back again. Fidalgo now, back to Berdiso, and that's a free kick to them, as Berdiso was offside. I've got another highlight straight afterwards. Heitor to Roma. He's got it back now. And he's lost out, but he's just about kept the ball there. Berdiso into Post. And the ball comes out now to Roma, who's got a run down on the right. And they're backing off him. And he's carrying on going forward. He's headed to Bruno Costa, and that's over the bar yet again. Right, get creative. Right, most of them look inspired by that. Heitor with the throw in now, and Roma back to the right back, swings that into Bruno Costa, saved, and Pedro Henrique taps that in for his first goal of the season. And again, good start by Pedro Henrique to the season. He's got his first goal. Hopefully he can start building on that. He won't get an easier finish, as we see the replay here. Heitor's ball is found by Bruno Costa, and that's a great save by Dacon, but lands right at Pedro Henrique's feet, and he celebrates by firing a little arrow into the crowd. and we're looking comfortable here. Bruno Costa with the corner, and that's cleared out, but only to Van Ooyen, and the ball in, headed out. Now Roma to Bruno Costa, and his shot is wide. Right, we are dominating them. 11 shots in the game in the first half so far, 6 on target with 72% possession. Again, you can't really argue with that. But what I'm gonna do is Post looks a little bit tired there, so what I'll do is put Lindhorst on for him. We'll move Fidalgo here. Lindhorst can come in as a deep line playmaker there, and then we can have a box to box midfielder, and they both prefer it that way, and that's what I like to see. All fully green, and you know what, let's make everyone fully green. Fullback support, fullback attack, and then just standard goalkeeper, just to be fun. We all like to see that fully green squad. And let's go a little bit more positive as well. Just take the game to them, and you know what, keep it up. And they've kicked off with a great tackle from Van Ooyen there, and that's the end of the opening highlight of the half. Right, we've got a throw in now. Heitor into Fidalgo, plays that back to Burdisso. Out wide out to Bruno Costa now, and he found Heitor overlapping on the right wing, and the ball in is cleared, and now they've got an option to counter attack, but they give the ball right back to Burdisso. Rosler now, out to Ramon, into Bruno Costa. He's got Ramon on the overlap, but Van Ooyen's picked that up. Now he's found Ramon, and the young Brazilian finds Van Ooyen again, plays it across to Heitor, into Roma, and into Pedro Henrique, but the shot is blocked and then cleared. Right, Pedro Henrique's picked up a booking, but they've got a free kick now. Amsterdam into Hagani, and I think this is the first actual highlight that they've had all game. They still haven't had a lot of the ball, and Heitor clears that ball into Pedro Henrique, out wide out to Bruno Costa now, and they've won the ball, but Ramon's picked that up and is surging forward across down that left, and he's played it inside to Bruno Costa, and his effort is caught by the goalkeeper. Right, they've got another throw in here. Borja plays it back to Zeri, and the clearance is headed out by Lindhorst into Bruno Costa, back to Lindhorst now, and Ramon has it. He's got it on the left again, back to Van Ooyen, into Fidalgo. Heitor now, and his effort, what a goal that was. What a strike that was by Heitor. So Ramon's got it here. We'll see the replay again. Van Ooyen into Fidalgo, and just laid that off to Heitor. Takes a couple of touches out of his feet and then smashes that into the top corner. He's so excited, he's just rolled over, and what a finish that was. Ramon now, he's going down the left. Now what can he do here? Played it into Lindhorst. Now back to Van Ooyen. Back to Heitor now. Can he do it again? No, he opts for a ball out to Ramon, who finds Roma, and that's 3-0. Ramon with a great ball in, and Roma drills his header right into the floor. You'll see this here. Great ball in by Heitor, and Ramon has got all the space in the world to pick out Roma at the back post, and his header evades the keeper, and that's 3-0. And what a performance this is. I was gonna praise them, but another highlight's popped up. So just before I actually do it, let's see what we can do here. Heitor into Roma, and he's got the run on the right wing, Plays it back to Van Ooyen. Now for Dalgo, his ball out to Roma is found. Wasn't the best ball, but it picks it out anyway. And that's cleared. Now it's Ramon again. And he's got options there. He's found Heitor. Got Van Ooyen now. The right back gets it again. Swings the ball in, but it's cleared out. Roma, though, has the ball, and his effort goes wide of the post. Just praise them quickly. A couple of them were looking complacent. We don't want that to happen. We want to absolutely take the game to them and then take it a little bit easier in the second game. We're now in. I might do a couple more substitutions based on condition, but we are going forward yet again. Van Ooyen's picked it up, but I do so now. Now for Dalgo, has Lindenhorst to hit, and the great ball there into Bruno Costa. Lindenhorst now has the ball. Bruno Costa, and that's a terrible effort there. Right, seems like a good opportunity to make some changes, especially for condition. So Clabbers will come on for Roma, and then we can put João Vitor on for Bruno Costa and move him out there. Alright, we've lost our little fully green squads, but yeah, in the 15 minutes that we had them on, 2 goals, we can't really argue with that. I think conditions more important than anything else. We're still at the start of the season. We have a lot of games to play this season. I don't want to start tiring everyone out, getting a lot of early injuries, and then losing out. And Heitor has been bombing forward, and as you can see there, he's got a 9.0 rating, and he's by far been the best player on the pitch, justifying his price tag. Right, they actually had another shot which was blocked, and now we've got the chance to counter attack. Clabbers now running forward on the right, and he's dispossessed, but we do win the throw in deep inside their half. And as time ticks further and further away, you can see Bitton back to Borja, and they're going forward. They're looking for the away goal, and I'm hoping that they don't get it, and they don't. Right, 3 minutes of added time, and we've played 2 minutes and 48 seconds worth. Ramon picked that up. Now for Dalgo, he's got the ball back to Ramon, and surely this is going to be it. Plays it back, and yes, that's the final whistle. And really good win there. 22 efforts, 12 on target, 62% possession, and a 3-0 win. Great performance there, very happy with that. And our place in the next round seems all but confirmed, as we've got a game against Utrecht next. What I might do is we might come back for the second leg of the 4th round qualifier. When we get through, it's very unlikely that they will overturn that 3-0 deficit. But I think if we play the second leg, which might be towards the end of August, we've got a lot of games in this month here, so we need to preserve everyone's fitness as best as possible. But I think that would be the best game for us to play. But thank you so much for watching, and please do leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for future episodes, and I will see you next episode. Thank you.